So great job, 91 Springboard. Great audience. Love the clarity that the entrepreneurs have got. So frankly speaking, like if I look, like I started venture capital like 4 years back. The level of insights that the entrepreneurs had got, the understanding the entrepreneurs had got like 4 years back, and today there is a drastic change. So in terms of clarity of thought, I guess the Indian entrepreneurs have made a great progress, and for that I feel that kudos to folks such as 91 Springboard, wherein you guys don't just provide them a space to be, but also coach them in terms of what is the process in terms of not just raising money, but when you interact with investors, what do they look at, what they don't look at, what excites them, and so on. Yeah, so I feel that we are at like something like 4 years back. If we were at 2 on 10 in terms of entrepreneurial ecosystem, today we would be at 6 or 7 on 10. But still, we need to be like 9 on 10, 10 on 10. Like the ecosystem needs to be as active as we have in the US. So that's all I would say.
What difference would it have made had something like 91 Springboard been there 4 years back when you were starting up, or when we were 2 out of 10 in the startup ecosystem scale?
Yeah, so I would say that it would have surely helped. The bar would have moved from 2 on 10 to let's say 3.5 on 10. But it's all about everything is coming together right now. Of course, folks such as you are there, but at the same time, entrepreneurs are seeing that the ecosystem is now there. There are folks who have proven success that multi-billion companies can be built out of India. So on the supply side, you have good enough entrepreneurs. In terms of providing capital, you have investors. In terms of nurturing them, there are platforms such as you. And there are stars which people see that I want to be someone like this who has built, let's say, $10 billion, $15 billion company. So I believe all these forces are coming together to make things happen.
It's incredible to see so many people sort of very early in their lives start of their companies, starting things off, having these big ambitions, big dreams. I think it's a testament to what's happening in India, and I'm very, very happy that you guys organized this. It was a terrific event.
Your thoughts on the audience? How are they? How is the startup scenario changing in the recent years compared to what it was a few years back?
I think the thing that was amazing was just the diversity of ideas. There's so many people with so many different visions and so many different ideas. People are not just trying to do the same thing. People are trying to do many, many different things. And I think the reality is that we're going to see many, many more people start companies, and it's amazing. And thanks to you guys, we'll see, hopefully more of them get to the next stage and sort of try and build really, really large companies in India.
A few more thoughts on 91 Springboard.
I've had friends who've actually worked out of 91 Springboard. I think you guys are tackling a need that's actually very unmet. There is definitely, one of the things I miss about, other parts of the world, like the Silicon Valley, one of the nice things is there's a lot of people who work together and learn from each other and build companies together. And I think this is exactly what 91 Springboard is doing. So congratulations on all the progress and good luck on everything going forward.
I think it's absolutely crazy to see what kind of optimism and energy that all the startup founders have had. I've been to multiple startup events, but yet to see this kind of energy and enthusiasm, not just from a platform point of view, but also that shows that what kind of enthusiasm the Indian young startup entrepreneurs have and the kind of market they believe in. That actually shows why a lot of capital is actually flowing in, and then some people might claim that it's a bubble, but it's actually also based on the kind of quality of entrepreneurs that we are able to find, and 91 Springboard is a great example to that.
So how else do you think is 91 places like 91 Springboard and 91 Springboard are helping the startup ecosystem?
I mean, a great way to kind of think about it is that it's just not just bringing the investors and the startup founders together, but also letting the startup founders gel together and share their product ideas, their technological front, how they are actually facing the challenges, the way they are thinking about it. Some young people, some college graduates, people who have been working on startups for 1 year have not found success. People who've been working on a startup and have found success in 1-2 months. Just builds the community and helps them share the ideas around them, and people who are not doing well gives them the guys who are doing well gives them the kind of buck to actually show that if that guy can do, why not I? And that creates the entire community around an ecosystem, and that's probably the most optimistic thing about it.
happy to see great energy between entrepreneurs, and also the kind of questions they have asked about the full funding process, and what kind of sector it is called, and how VCs and angels are evaluating deals, and what is exciting in deal that is VCs are getting attracted and angels are considering those things. So yeah, and it was great to answer all those questions, and it was really great event, and really thanks to 91 Springboard for creating such a great atmosphere. So in India, such kind of co-working space was really lacking, and obviously there are now in market there's plenty of money in terms of investment, but in terms of co-working space, 91 Springboard is really doing a great thing. Yeah.
So, have the investors also identified a gap of places like 91
Yeah,
Springboard
sure,
which
yeah.
enable co-working
So,
in community?
Lead Angels also invested in one company which is listing co-working space. Name of that company is MyCute Office. So there is a very big gap of co-working space in India. So big companies like Regus and all are providing those space, but those spaces are very expensive. We need something in reasonable at reasonable rate for startups, and that gap 91 Springboard is fulfilling. It's very happy to see that what 91 Springboard is doing.
So, Hiro, what did you enjoy most about today's event?
Well, actually, before coming here, I was just expecting about 500 entrepreneurs, right? And then I just do the short presentation. But once I get here, I was almost overwhelmed by the power of the entrepreneurs, and also the power of investors. So I really like the people's very attractive and aggressive atmospheres, and then and also after the finishing the presentation, and I got a lot of meetings with the entrepreneurs, and then they again overwhelmed me, and then I got so much pressure. So finally, I just went back to the wall, and oh my God, this power is so crazy, and then I really love it.
All right.
So I'm expecting the Indian market, especially the entrepreneurs who are studying, learning together in 91 Springboard. Maybe those guys can be very successful, and then maybe out of those guys, maybe a several unicorn maybe show up within a couple of years. So that's my expectation.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's all the expectation we have with the Indian market as well,
Right,
and the way the startups and entrepreneurs are growing. A few more thoughts about 91 Springboard. How did you find the place, the people, the energy, the magic, the love?
Oh, how did I find this place? Well, actually, I got a series of the introduction. First, my friend introduced some guy, and then guy introduced 91 Springboard, and then according to him, he said the 91 Springboard is the very good place to for entrepreneurs get together and then learn a lot. So the just introduction from one of the big guys in Indian market.
So from a institution perspective like us, probably I'm not sure whether a lot of them would end up receiving funding from guys like us, but it's certainly good to engage with them right now, right? And know what they're thinking, and also for them, it's important to know how the investor is thinking, right?
At a very initial stage.
At a very
which
initial stage.
did not used to happen probably a few years back, when investment was such an enigma that the startups so early in their stage would not reach out, or would be kind of scared to talk if they don't know everything what they are about the product.
No, I completely agree. The tides have changed actually.
Right. So one last question: 3 words that come to your mind when you think of 91 Springboard.
I would say action, startups, and love.
Collaboration, startups, and people.
Great, help, startups.
Energy, professionality, and smartness.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It
you
was
so
a
much.
pleasure.